Virgo. Thank you so much for choosing me and trusting me with your reading. And welcome to I Am the Monad Tarot. Virgo, I certainly hope and pray that all is well. I'd like to say thank you for all your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your comments, okay, and your feedback, Virgo. Give you a nice three-way split. Two shuffles for Virgo. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. Pictures one, okay. Virgo, I feel like something about home life. You may not have like your 10 of coins, okay? Maybe you're not married, don't have children, or maybe you're single. I feel like maybe you're not doing well financially. I feel like you're holding on to something, holding out for something. Maybe you went waiting for something to come in, to come through. I do feel like even though you may not be doing that well financially, you are. You eating, you alive. You understand what I'm saying? You're being taken care of. You're being looked after. Definitely, this big mama energy here. It's like you may not have a lot, okay, but I feel like you feel blessed with what you have, and you're grateful with what you have, okay. I'm hearing something about process a lot, something about your memory banks, okay. But this is maybe like a burden to you. You may smile a lot, just to show, not like as like a clown, but just to show a spirit of gratefulness and thankfulness, like I have. Okay, I may not, have as much as others, or I may not, be a millionaire, whatever the case. Okay, you might struggle a little bit financially, burdened by this somewhat, but you carry a smile. Okay. I feel like you understand that the peace comes through a state of gratitude, okay? And I feel like you have a spirit of gratitude. And I feel like that's what keeps you going. Okay. And I feel like even though you may struggle financially, you're not looking at it like, woe is me, I just ain't nothing because I don't have no money. Or my money's tight right now, or I'm not doing that well. It's not abundant right now for me financially. Okay, I do feel like, in a sense, even though this may be a struggle, it's kind of a burden, financially. I feel like you may be at peace here, okay. Or I'm trying to gather, okay, my peace is what I'm hearing. Okay, so you're working on that the inner self here, okay, to be at a place of peace. I'm seeing inner struggle. Okay, processing it, maybe looking at your life, what it is that you're going through, okay, how much it is that you have or don't have, okay, but yet at the same time grateful, for where you are in life. Yeah, and you know what, I was going to say this, and I'm seeing it. I feel like you are trying to solve the processing, solve the problem. Okay, solve this issue. Okay, the being financially burdened, financially strapped. You're trying to solve that issue. Okay, I don't want to be poor and broke, okay, forever or for the rest of my life. Something's got to give. There's got to be a way. So I feel like, are trying to figure out how to basically really get to the other side of, of where there can be some financial abundance. Okay, where I am here, where you can take care of yourself, okay, where you can feel good about yourself. You may not even be necessarily trying to win the lottery, but at the same time, I get an energy here from you, Virgo, that, how they say, reach for the highest star. You may not get the highest one, but on your way down, you're going to grab one of them, okay, or on your way up, however, you're going to grab a star, okay. So you may be like, have an idea like, how can I just go for the gusto? okay, to get all it is that I want and need. You may be doing a lot of praying, and I was going to say, and build for myself. Yes, you have a vision of what it is that you want, the kind of life that it is that you want. I mean, that only money can buy. Okay, I don't think this is I don't think this is a thing of you feeling like, if I have all this money, then I'm somebody. I don't get that energy. I get the energy here from you that um, you know who you are. You're grateful for your life. You're grateful for what you do have, but it is a burden, and I don't want to be burdened and strapped and feel financially insecure ever in my life again. And I want nice things. I'm going to work for them nice things. And I feel like you may be doing a lot of praying about it, okay? Okay, or some kind of excuse me, some kind of spiritual work, prayer. Okay, of course, Thanksgiving. You might burn a candle or two. Money candle, goddamn. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Things are like that. All right. I mean, whatever works. You understand? But I feel like, yeah, as far as the spiritual aspect, but it's not just for just money to come to you. You're trying to think of what can I do to produce money, okay? Or to, to make money. Okay, and a good income. I'm here to earn a good income, an excellent income here. Okay. There might be something or someone that you need to step away from or walk away from. You know what? I just feel like what it is you just want to walk away from the financial setback here or the burden here. You understand what I'm saying? Being poor, financially poor. I'm going to say that. Because I feel like you feel disempowered. Like you don't have control over your own destiny, over your own life here. And I feel like you're not going to allow yourself to not try to figure out some kind of way. Excuse me. You're not going to allow yourself to not to just wallow. Well, that's just how it is. I am grateful, for what I have, and just keep it like that. Now you like, okay, I'm grateful for what I do have, but hell, yeah, I'm about to. What can I do? What can I do here? Okay, to earn a good fat income that's going to be a blessing to me, okay, and mine. Okay, you're not going to um, betray yourself. Like I said, I feel like you're doing some praying. Okay, you got a belief system here. You believe strong. There may be an ancestor also that you are working with. Maybe this was an ancestor that did have abundance. Okay, it's like a horn of plenty, okay, that did have abundance. And maybe that is an ancestor that you're working with. Maybe you didn't know this ancestor had abundance. Maybe this ancestor just came to you or you learned about this ancestor or something like that. Okay, but this was a leader of some sort. This was like, I feel like maybe a patriarchal figure. Okay, I was going to say in your family, but I heard in your community, in your hometown. Hold on, let me see. It's kind of like, I want to say, what did he do? What was his work? Because I get an energy from this person, this ancestor that was like a business owner. Okay, even if it was a small business, yet and still a business owner. Town, I don't know. I feel I got an energy that maybe you came from a small town. Okay, like not like a major city. Now you might live in a major city now, but I'm getting the feeling like your family, okay, was from this maybe a small town. Like maybe this man owned like he ran a factory or some kind of factory or something like that. Okay, place that produced items, like a factory. Doesn't have to be like a big huge thing. Okay, for it to be a factory of sorts. Either he ran it or he owned it, like or both. Okay, he got his hands on it. I'm hearing. Now I heard the word steel mill just now. I don't think it was a steel mill. Okay, but I'm here like of sorts. I don't know because I don't know anything about those industries. Okay, um, but he produced a lot, and it's like whatever he produced. It's like everybody in the town came to him because it wasn't nobody else had it, or they weren't able, whatever it was, they were not able to get their hands on it. Like he had it, he found a way. It's like you look for a way. You know how they say, like if you want to own your own business or whatever, if you want to try to think of something that people need, okay, that not a lot of people, are making or producing or whatever. I feel like that's what he did. It's like you need to consult. Now, I'm not saying do what he did because I feel like this is a long time ago. Okay, this is an older ancestor, but he was like it's like people relied on him. It wasn't just your family. Okay, people relied on him and the work that he did. Okay, took him serious. Okay, like he did a lot for this community with whatever it is that he produced and made. Okay, kind of a powerful person here. Maybe some Native American ancestry here. Or I'll just say indigenous ancestry because I'm not sure where I'll just say that. Okay, but let's keep going. See, he was able to provide for a lot of people in this community, jobs and homes. You understand what I'm saying? Families. He was able to provide with the work that he did. Okay, so it's like if this was a small town. Okay, I do feel a black community. He was able to provide for them. Okay, whatever he produced, and it prospered. I'm hearing, and people were families and whatnot were able to work there and build, and build for their family, have money and whatnot for their family. Equity, I'm hearing. Okay, and expand here. Okay. Okay, let me see something. Yeah, yeah, innovative. Okay, sorry it took me so long to say that one word, but this person was innovative. Okay, with what he did for this community. I don't know exactly what happened here. That um, I mean, times changed. Okay, that it was no longer that it closed down. Okay, who knows what came through this area, okay, to end it, okay, but nevertheless, it's like you have this in your your DNA. It's like tap into that. Okay. Tap into that energy. Okay. You don't have to what is see, the awesome thing about you is um you are like going within and trying to figure out what can I do, not woe is me, not somebody give me. You understand what I'm saying? You going into, and I'm not saying you probably, I'm not saying, I don't know if you are employed or not. Okay, there's nothing wrong with employment. Okay, but I also feel like you're going in like you want to build here, not just have a check necessarily, which is nothing wrong with that either. I'm not putting that down, okay, but I feel like you want more than that. You want to build, and you, this is in your DNA here from this ancestor here, okay. Maybe you haven't come into contact with him yet, okay, but I'm hearing, but maybe you should, even if some kind of way you can find out who he is and what he did not. It can kind of be difficult. Okay, so if you can't find anything, any family members to talk to knew about him, or the town or anything like that, maybe you can consult a spiritualist who can help you go to talk to him, a medium. Okay, so you can get that information. Okay, find some kind of way to tap into that aspect of yourself. All right. Um, okay, because you don't have to be impoverished. Okay, it's like you're not cut from that cloth. Okay, that's not, don't take that no way. Okay, for nobody else. All right. Yeah, you have and you understand and you realize you have options. There's something you can do, but I think for you it's just what. You understand what I'm saying? What path do I need to take? How can I find out what it is that people need? What is in me? What's in my hands that I can do, that I can build from here? Okay. And I feel like you're not acting rash or impulsively, or jumping onto the next best get rich quick scheme type of thing either. Okay, I'm hearing like you don't want to do that. Okay, all right. You just want to come out of this, like this nine of knives, this state here. Okay, um, of whatever you've been doing. Okay, whatever you may feel like nothing seems to be working, whatever that has been. Okay, it might be something that is not traditional. Okay, like I don't know at this point in time, because I think about that sometimes. So, what do people need that people don't already have? And then I see these things, like these videos on YouTube about these little toys, like from back in the day, that you could get right at the counter with the candies, just little things that people came up with. That people made. I don't know, the squeeze balls or whatever they may be. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, them little mushy things. Okay, um, and some of that stuff doesn't even exist anymore, but some of it does. Depends on what stores you go to. It's still some stores carrying those things. Okay, but it's just like, think of how much money some people made off of inventing those things. Okay, it wasn't, those weren't necessarily needs. Okay, all right, all right. Let's keep going for Virgo. Anything else for Virgo? Hmm. I don't know. Father coins, courting, three of knives here. Okay. It's like, I feel like marry yourself or focus yourself on, when you come to the understanding, whatever this idea is that it is that you want to do, pursue it, with everything in you. Okay, because this may become something that's just more than a just, okay, I need something to get me up out of poverty. Who knows what this may become? Okay, it may become something greater than that. Okay, that's going to take you out of poverty, but just like this ancestor here, may even be something that is going to be a benefit to others, just like him employing, a town full of folk, okay, or a community of people, okay, and bringing some kind of abundance to them. Okay. And I feel it's like, understand, focus on it, pursue it with all your might, but also understand that there may be times that you might fail. Okay, but what do they say about failing? Okay, you gotta fail in order to succeed. Okay, and I'm hearing in Virgo, whatever it is, you will succeed. Okay, you are going to make it happen. Okay, when you figure out what it is. Okay, and pursue it, I'm hearing, like with all your might. Okay, from the Inner Guard Oracle for Virgo. Okay, look at this, Virgo. Confidence. Pursue it with confidence. The greatest risk is not taking one. Boom, there it is. There it is for you, Virgo. Take that risk. All right, and I'm here, and you will. Okay, all right, here we go. From the Soul Truth deck, the new deck that I just got, self-awareness card deck, daily questions that will transform your life. What do we have here for Virgo? From the Soul Truth self-awareness card deck, Virgo. Let me shuffle one more again. And if it acts up, then I'll just pick Virgo. Soul Truth, self-awareness for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? There we go. Okay. What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now, Virgo? Look at that. What story are you telling yourself? When you think about your dreams, what is the first limiting thought that comes to your mind? If you are not living the life you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. Today's soul action. It's time to upgrade. Look your belief in the eye. Where did it come from? What new belief are you ready to adopt in its place? How will this change your results? Remember, your belief is the root of your result. Own it, heal it, and upgrade it. I certainly hope that resonated with some Virgo. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not, but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment, come over, see what's happening here at I Am the Monad Tarot, and you all have favor. Peace.